So in this episode, the thing I like most, and it took a more strategic turn, a more strategy-based like turn in this episode with Gohan and Piccolo starting things off, get confronted by Dr. Rota. That gets settled immediately because Dr. Rota gets shot down by Hermula and by the dude from Universe 2 that can reflect the KG blast. And if you could, it's a two-person shootout where you have one person that can fire and the other that can block and I guess deflect the attacks. And the crazy thing is they're using like marbles so they can hide their location but at the same time accurately fire their shots. So that's what catches Piccolo by surprise, loses his arm and regrows it back instantly. So I thought that was kind of cool. But loses his stamina doing it, and Piccolo uses that as a way of, okay, let's find a way of locking onto these guys. He extends his arm, obviously trying to trick his opponent. So they may have a decent strategy, but they're not really bright because they literally fall into Piccolo. Kind of figures out how to combat it. It's like, okay, and they pick up the marble that was tracking them, and they come to find out what was tracking. What was given their location was the body heat around them. So that was interesting. So it's like, okay, so the KG blasts are locking onto heat signals. It's kind of like heat-seeking missiles in a way, which can find it's a target. So you have literally pinpointing the coordinates, or in this case locations, and you have the one that can snipe, which is Hermula. And unless you can figure out where it's coming from, you can't avoid the shot. So Gohan and Piccolo are literally pinned down. Piccolo loses both his arms to help out Gohan because it looked like he was about to be blasted. So yeah, so that could be some type of foreshadowing what's to come. So I think after Roshi, because I think it's kind of obvious who's going to be next after Tien. I think Piccolo's going to follow, and it sucks because I am a Piccolo fan. He's one of my favorite characters, but I guess we've got to follow the hierarchy when it comes to Universe 7. Next we'll follow after Roshi would be Piccolo. On Tien, by the way, because Tien obviously literally took one for the team. Whether you think it was a predictable outcome or not, it doesn't matter. Tien took one for the team, literally proved his worth, and it was the only way to actually help out with Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo and Gohan. So I thought that, I'm like, where the hell is Android 17, 18, and Frieza and all this? It's like, yeah. So they're nowhere to be seen except for the end of this episode in still shots. Granted, Frieza doesn't care about any of them, but you think 17 or 18 will help out as well. So it doesn't matter though, because it gives the spotlight to Tien in a way. It gives the spotlight to Piccolo and Gohan in a way, and Goku and Vegeta couldn't do much at all because they tried to fire the Kamehameha and the Galactic Gun. That was a great scene, by the way, but turns out ineffective because the slime could actually reverse or I guess deflect KG blast. So that was a massive feat for him because he literally deflected the Kamehameha and Galactic Gun. So that was cool. But Tien uses the multi-form so he can approach Hermula, and he's using the clones to actually take the hits. Or he uses the new Ki cohort or the new Tri-Beam. Unfortunately, it doesn't do as much damage, so I don't think it's an improved version of the Tri-Beam we're used to seeing because it just rendered his arms useless. And I'm like, what the hell? And it's like, okay. And again, once again, the trope of this arc. Tien's like, yeah, I kind of appreciate what you did, but it's like, yeah, he's about to polish him off, but then he literally let his guard down. He fires the energy blast underneath him and collapses the platform. That's how Tien gets eliminated. But he uses the clones to grab Hermula so he can be eliminated too. So he took one for the team in a way. And in a way, he also got props from Beerus, which is kind of cool, I guess. But it's like, it led to Tien literally letting his guard down. So, and one, I thought it was funny that Krillin's the one, don't let your guard down. And this coming from Krillin, who got knocked out by Frost. So, okay. So, it's a trope that not just Goku has, but all of Universe 7 has as well. So, yeah, nobody's safe from this except from Frieza. With the exception of because he doesn't let his guard down. Vegeta, my God. Okay, say what you want, but Vegeta, he's like, who cares how you beating Sue and just knock him out? And Vegeta's like, being careless, and he literally avoids a shot, but he gets grazed across the face. So it's like, Vegeta let his guard down too. So I hate to say this because I'm a Vegeta fan, but if we're being real, that could be how Vegeta later down the line, not saying right now, may get eliminated by letting his guard down. It wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't be the first time. And it sucks because you think Vegeta would learn from this, but no. His same pride does get in the way more times often than not. So it's not just Goku we have to worry about here, guys. It's all Universe 7 apparently, with the exception of Frieza, who's chilling, not really doing a whole lot right now, which he has the best strategy of all. So, speaking of strategies and speaking of counterparts, Frost is reappearing in the preview. So I don't know if you've read the rumors or not when it comes to Goku's new mode. We're getting an hour-long special, I believe in October, maybe even before, but it's rapidly approaching, and it's going to be where Goku gets his new mode. Now, as with speculation how this is going to happen, the biggest of it all is Goku's going to get ticked off into using his new mode, and it's going to involve Roshi. And if the preview is anything to go by, Frost is literally has Roshi pinned down, and Roshi, who couldn't even move at the beginning of this episode, is going to use the Mafuba again. So it's like, yeah, how many times can you come close to death? Okay, it's like, I think last week, I said this before, I think they dropped the ball, because one, Roshi would have gone out like a boss. I know some fans would have thought it sucks because Roshi is a popular character, but just look at the grand scheme of things, okay? Ever since this arc started, even though we lost 2 universes being erased, this arc has been anything but serious, okay? We've had Jiren, yes. We've had Hit, yes. But the problem is, it's not been as serious when it comes to Goku. I think a lot of times we've had like Goku climbing around, letting his guard down, not taking things as seriously as he should. We've seen this over and over again. So I think last week would have been the perfect. And look how serious Goku got. When Roshi was still alive, look how Goku turned up. That is the most emotion I've seen Goku get since probably Namek. So that would have been the perfect opportunity to take a turn in this arc and have it mean something in Roshi's death and having Goku, okay, I can't goof around anymore. Even though he shouldn't have anyway, I've got to get serious on this. I got to what the rumors say, Zeno is going to revoke the ruling of killing being allowed. So that means people can kill. Now, take that with a grain of salt. Until this happens in the anime, I'm not saying anything about that, but that's just the rumor right now. In my opinion, it is. So, and Roshi dying is probably what's going to set Goku off, because if you look at the preview, what it says is it's a trap. Apparently, Frost is going to reverse the Mafuba, and to be honest, I'm not too sure how that would trigger Goku, because Roshi's the one intended on using the Mafuba in his state. It's not like Frost is the one that initiated it. Frost is probably the one instigating, but Roshi is probably going to make the choice to use the Mafuba when he doesn't need to. So it's going to be interesting how things play along if that triggers him off. And it sucks for Roshi, because I think it would have been better to have him go out like he did last week. But instead, if they're going to have him kill off to set a darker tone, I think it would be good for the arc if it takes a more serious turn like it should have already. So, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but for someone died in Dragon, which, let's be real here, it's not really a consequence, but it'd be a nice twist in this arc. So we'll see how things play itself out. Plus, we get Jiren and Dispo back in action, so that's cool. So Dispo looks like he can still put in the work. So he didn't need too long to recuperate. So that could be a problem too, because remember, he is faster than the speed of light and speed of sound as well. So that's a problem. So, and remember, Goku said, I literally want to finish things off with Dispo. And by the end of this episode, he was thinking about Jiren. Not getting serious at all. He was thinking about Jiren. He was thinking about having a sporting fight like he usually does. And remember, Beerus warned Goku, if Goku gets triggered now because Roshi dies, Goku was warned by Beerus, even though he didn't ask for the university to be erased. Beerus did warn, nothing good will come of this. So, and Goku ignored Beerus, and here we are. So what's going to happen next, I have no idea. But it's going to lead to something interesting down the line. Let me know what you guys think down below. That's it from me. Thanks so much for watching. Like this review if you did appreciate that. Comment down thoughts what you think is going to happen next. Subscribe to have more Dragon Ball Super. Catch you guys later. Bye.